everybody, stop and listen to this conversation from Mr. and Mrs. Hey everybody, stop and listen to this conversation from Mr. and Mrs. Hey everybody, from Mr. and Mrs. Hey everybody, thanks for stopping and listening to me this afternoon, morning, night, whenever you're watching this video. This is Mr. here with a sort of video update about current state of things. Me and Mrs. are doing our own little separate videos, Mr. or Mrs., whatever she comes up with for her name, but the title of my segment is Mr. Speaks. And I'm going to be speaking on different topics. Some I'll probably just do myself. Others will be suggestions from you guys, like that you can post on this video, comment in the comment section below, or on the Facebook page, Mr. and Mrs. Underestimated. I will probably put up something that will direct you to those things. Today, this topic that I'm doing is a suggestion that was made by one of our subscribers, and it will be on relationships, and it will be on different facets of like relationships, like pretty much what do you need to do as far as starting one and why you're in one and to keep one going. Hopefully it's informative, and it probably won't be as funny as any of the other ones, but I mean, if I had this medium to say things, I mean, I might as well say something important and worthwhile. So here we go. This is the first episode of Mr. Speaks On. Number 1, establishing what you want early on. Communicating your needs in the beginning of whenever you're doing something with someone, like you first meet somebody and you're not clear on what you want to do yet, but at least have a general idea. Be upfront with that person. If you're meeting someone for the first time and you know it isn't going to go anywhere, establish that in the beginning, because waiting further down the line only causes heartbreak for both people. Like, if you have a person who you think you may like and you kind of want to move to the next level, but you don't know what you want to do yet, it's very confusing, because you will lead a person on and that person will catch feelings, and you don't want that person to catch feelings for you, and it just makes things really, really awkward. So it's best to generalize at the beginning, like, hey, I don't see us going anywhere. I just want to keep it at a friend level, and we won't go past the friend level. Make that clear, because like I said, like, not communicating that will only cause like confusion, heartbreak, and bitterness. And somebody that you may have been close with in the beginning, you aren't so close with anymore. Like, you kind of lose that whole friendship thing. And I know most people will be like, well, you never know what can happen. Things take time. Well, if it does, then it does. Like, but still be open and honest with the person. Like, if you know, like, for the time being right now, because a lot of people are just hopping in relationships just to be hopping in a relationship and with a person that they don't want to be with. By the time it gets to that point, it's too late, and feelings will be hurt, and it would just be so bad. So please communicate what you want in the beginning and save yourself a lot of time and heartbreak. Number 2, pick someone who you can learn from and grow from. Another big thing is it's more to a relationship than just being with somebody, just to be with somebody, just to fill that void of loneliness. Because, hey, nobody really likes to be alone, but nobody wants to be with someone who they can't get anything from. A relationship is kind of almost like a business transaction. You wouldn't want to be with somebody or waste your money on something that you can't use. A relationship is about learning from each other and growing from each other. That person that you're with should have the one thing that you don't have. Like, for example, if you are pretty much a slob person who don't really clean, or they're very, very unorganized, you would want to be with somebody who is kind of organized, so you can learn that skill. And also, even on the backside of that, a person that's really organized is kind of uptight, and then don't really always follows the rules, but not in a bad way. But he was really uptight and don't know how to loosen up. That slob type person could be a free spirited type person. You know, they can get that person to mellow out, and you know, it makes things better because you both are getting something from each other. It's just not like two people just sitting together. It's not that. You have to be able to learn something from each other and make each other better, so your relationship can grow, kind of like a business thing. But it's all about finding that balance, finding that someone that has that thing that you need to make yourself better, and you having that thing that the other person needs to make themselves better. So it's always good to find that someone that balance you out and makes you better at the same time. Number 3, communicate. Last thing is just communicating everything, communicating your feelings as well. It's best to let everything out versus keeping everything in, because if you keep everything in, it will kind of turn into a time bomb and it explode, and it will just destroy everything, like everything that you build as far as your relationship. Even I'm a big stickler on, I hate arguing. I really do. Like, I don't think arguments are necessary, but some people really think that they are, and it is a good way, contrary to what I believe, it is a good way of getting your feelings out, because if you don't argue, I guess you don't get your feelings out. But I mean, you can do that without arguing as well. Like, just have a simple conversation, voice everything that you need, and hopefully you got everybody that's in those relationships can grow. So communicate. Thank everybody for checking this out. Like I said, it's just like the first one I'm doing, so I will be speaking on different topics. Today is just a relationship one. So this one isn't as funny, but I hope it helps you out just to say. So have a good day, night, morning, whatever time you watch this video. Till next time, Mr. out. Thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe.